There's lots of macroeconomic forces of which we're subject to, right? So more than half of the employment here is directly related to the oil and gas sector. 80% correlation, right? So that means that 80% of the businesses here rely on the oil and gas sector. So let's not kid ourselves. Any sort of efforts in economic diversification is still going to be the minority of the economy when you have this great big economic driver for the entire country, frankly. So what are we going to do? We're going to make the community much better respected. I think that's the influence that we can have, but also having a better understanding of Fort McMurray's importance to Canada's national economy. We saw the GDP impact when the wildfire took place in a very short period of time. So the success of Fort McMurray really helps to contribute to Canada's overall economic success. So it's in the national interest to get these issues resolved. We happen to be literally at the coalface, if you will, and seeing the direct impact.
The biggest current challenge is that we're beholden to a single market, and when you're beholden to a single market, your pricing suffers. So until we can get 2, 3, 4 pipelines done, some credible export potential, i.e. like the platforms to actually physically do it, there will be no new development in this region until there's a way to sell to other markets. Right now we're effectively transportation locked, i.e. there's no more capacity in pipelines or rail to move any more product out of the region.
I think we get a little bit better every day compared to where we were 6 months ago, compared to where we were a year ago. I think every day it feels like we're getting a little bit farther ahead. I'm hoping that we'll be a little bit better off economically in the next couple of years. I'm counting on it, I'm gambling on it, that things will get better. I'm hoping that there'll be more disposable income. Rather than thinking about going out of the community for holidays, for vacations, for shopping, is try and stay and do something locally. It supports local families, it supports local people working here. And we really need to be fierce about defending our community and trying to keep our money within Fort McMurray and within the region.
Well, I think the majority of the people in Fort McMurray that have gone through the fire have put it behind them. You know, there still is some PTSD, I would say, but for the most part, the people in Fort McMurray and the Wood Buffalo region are a pretty resilient bunch, and you know, the fire is proof of that, because if you look around, you know, everybody is still operating as usual. Oil has always been a necessity, and I think it's going to stay a necessity for the foreseeable future. And I think you could only stall the pipelines or us having access to more markets for only, you know, you can't stall that forever. And once we have more access to markets, I think it'll boom again. And I think most people know that, but forget about it because they're so busy trying to survive in the current economic climate. So just got to remind yourself that, you know, this situation isn't forever. You know, we've been through downturns before. Most of the people know it, and we've been through it, and we'll get through this one too.